creator behind Stitch and Moan. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, friends. So from my intro, if you've been around for a while, you probably noticed that the background is a little different than normal. And that would be because we moved. I had planned on doing, actually I had footage for 2 weeks ago, doing like a whole moving vlog kind of thing. Well, it was a video that talked about like the week up until we moved, and then the following week, because I've been out for 2 weeks, no video for 2 weeks now, and then the following week was going to do like a moving vlog and everything, and then like a empty craft room tour, and I had all these grand ideas. Obviously none of that happened. The move took a lot out of me, and it was just kind of a lot. So I scrapped the whole moving vlog idea like completely, and then I went back and watched all of the footage I did for the video for 2 weeks ago, and I decided that it was all trash, and I deleted the entire thing. This was after it was completely edited, ready to go, chucked it. So I'm back today with just like a kind of a fill-in for right now, and then what I've been up to, which, you know, there's been some things go on. So yeah, today is going to be catch up and what I've been working on, and then we'll talk about, you know, all this because it's exciting. I'm in my new craft room, which will also double as the homeschool room, but I have a room, I have a spot, and it's a very nice spot with good light and space. So I'm really excited about that, very thankful. We live in a great neighborhood. We have a creek behind us and walking trails and all of the things that I would want. So I'm very happy about this move, and already I've been in here doing some work. I have a pattern written up that I want to release, like my own pattern, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, let's get started with what's new with me. So obviously the biggest update is that we moved. We decided that we were going to move back to Tennessee. We'd been in Kentucky for 26 months to the day, I wasn't counting. And we knew that we were going to end up back down here. We just didn't know when, and I didn't think that it would be so soon, but I'm so very glad that it was. So we're back down here, and we are thrilled, and we love our new house. Like I said, I've got my craft room. We have a beautiful kitchen. I love cooking in it. Let's see what else. Moved, new craft room, awesome. The second big thing, and this was something from like my previous videos that I have talked about before, like my big show announcement. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what it is. And I announced it like weeks ago at this point, but I signed up to do Nashville HorrorCon. I'm officially like in panic mode now because it's about 2 months away. Today's May 6th, I think. It's Tuesday, May 6th. So, HorrorCon is the second weekend in July in Nashville. Well, it's not actually Nashville, but I'm not. Anyway, it's close enough. I am in panic mode, and this just started like 2 days ago because it is a 2-day event. It runs from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think. It's gonna be a big show. Like, these are my people, so this is the type of event that I need to be a part of. and I really want to make sure I do a good job and have enough. So in next week's video, which I most likely will be recording like starting this afternoon, I'll change though. I will start talking about market prepping for that, so stay tuned for that. But it's going to be a big show, and I'm really excited about it. But I'm also very nervous. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have enough. If you spin that positively, I sold out. But anyway, I'm really nervous. But I'm excited. I have a lot of ideas of what I want to make. And my cat has thoughts on it, but anyway. So that's the second big announcement. And then I don't know if in my previous videos, if I talked about my giraffe, but I had a commission for a giraffe come in. So I will put the video here of her because she has already been shipped out and received and loved. I got a thank you video. It's my cousin. My cousin's little girl. And it's so cute. I have the video. I'm going to put the video here. Editing Lori is going to put the video here. So I don't know how, like, I can't be, oh, look at that. Look how cute it is. But it turned out so cute. And the fun thing about it is I wrote that pattern. I wrote it down. I completely designed it. I'm very proud of it. I'll probably release it at some point, but I was very happy with it, and the recipient was very happy with it. B, if you mess with my plants. Okay, so that's that big announcement. Another fun thing for me anyway is the first morning in this house, I woke up, I was making my coffee, and I saw that I got accepted to do a pattern test. And that'll be later in this video. And then at the very end of it, you'll see like the finished plushie, snuggler. Today's, like I said, May 6th, and today's the day the pattern releases. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. I think we're all caught up now, so that's good. But for now, I'll show you a little bit of the craft room. Now, this was recorded a week ago, what I'm about to show you. More things have come in. I've moved some things around. I added my plants. So you won't see those just yet. But yeah, that's where we are so far, and yeah, we're just very thrilled to be back down here, and hoping to be able to film more. And I feel like my setup is a lot better. Right now I have our homeschool table that I can, spread out on. It's so much easier to sew on a table than in my lap. I've got a spot to make my safety eyes. At some point I want to get like the resin paint and like that whole setup, because I love painting safety eyes. I hate buying them, but I love painting them. So anyway, that's where we are, and happy to have you back, and happy to have some more videos coming up. So my cats are about to fight, so I guess I'm gonna stop there. Okay, so here we are so far in the craft room, and this is the first morning, the first day actually, that I've really been able to come up here and enjoy it. It's Tuesday, and we started moving in on Thursday, and it's been a lot. I mean, moving is never easy, and we have a ton of stuff. So anyway,
my husband, when the movers were bringing the furniture in, he set up the table and chairs for us, and he brought all of my yarn and my crochet stuff up here. So it's feeling pretty cozy already. You know, much better than what I had. And B likes it. So I've got our bookshelf over here, and then all of my yarn and everything. And I was looking for the safety eyes for my Raven, so I dug a bunch of stuff out, and there's my polyfill over there. There's Queen Bee. Do you like our new house? Do you like the new house? Yeah. Anyway, and then here's our table. I've got some stuff going. I was working this morning, and it was so nice to come up here and, you know, be able to have everything spread out, because normally when I would do this stuff, I would paint the safety eyes in my kitchen while I was making dinner. Not ideal, but it was pretty much the only place where I had a flat surface, you know, to work. And then I've got what little I have of the Raven right now. I really need to get going on this. But anyway, where are you going? Okay, well, I need to get ready because I have to go back to the old house and grab a couple of last, like, remaining stragglers. So, but I was excited, and I was in here, and I just wanted to show it off for a minute. So, stay tuned as this turns into, you know, craft central.
So last Saturday I was chosen by Cozy Mountain Crochet to pattern test her new pattern for Nevermore the Raven, and I was very excited about that. I'll put a picture in. I've been working on it since, I don't know, sometime last week, but we had the move right in there, so it's taken a lot longer than I wanted it to, but it is a snuggler, and it is adorable. I'm almost finished with it. Here in a bit, I'm gonna put the eyes on the head and then stuff it and sew it up and then get everything sewn together. But here's what we have so far. Here's the body. And then we have his two wings. And then if you really look at ravens very close, they have like 3 little neck feathers. So these are the neck feathers, and they go right on the body. And then a little beak and his feet. But you can see I did the talons backwards or something. I did something, and they're supposed to be curled downward. And then this is mine, so they look like little upside down palm trees right now. So I might try to like change that. I don't know. This is due in like 2 days, and I still have to finish it, sew it, and photograph it. So I don't know if I'm gonna change them or just try to curl them down, because they sort of do that. I might just need to redo them. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the Raven. I'm gonna do his head and his eyes. I painted some safety eyes for him, like right when we moved in. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work on that and hopefully get that finished in the next 2 days. Today's Friday. It's due whatever day the 5th is, and then I think the pattern comes out on the 6th. But it's a cute pattern so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm using Big Twist Posh because this was pretty much the only black yarn that I had a lot of. I didn't want to have to go buy any more, but it's actually working up to be a really good size. So I'm okay with that. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Big Twist, but it's turning out cute. So, but anyway, back to work. Okay, B and I are back today because it is now time to put the safety eyes in And this is always like a very scary part, because once they're in, they are in, and you cannot get them out. And I think these are 25s. And I painted these just with craft paint. So now I'm gonna try to put the backs on. I don't know if these are even the right backs, but we're gonna try. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, they snapped on, but they are not sinking in like they are supposed to. So I don't know if these are the right, these can't be the right backs. Okay, there's that. See, they're still sticking out. So he's gonna be kind of oh my God, hang on. She has just gotten herself tangled in my yarn. Okay, good grief. Anyway, this is not gonna be for sale, so you know, the eyes poking out isn't gonna be that big of a deal. It's just gonna be for me. But it would be way cuter if his eyes were sunken in like they're supposed to be, because then that would also give him a little detail in his face. I'm gonna look around and see if I can find them. I wanna say when I ordered all of those safety eyes, I did not realize that there were bigger backs for the bigger eyes. I think they were like in the bottom of the bag or something, and I did not realize. So I got one of the backs off. I'm gonna try one of the bigger ones that I dug out and hope that it works better. It should. I mean, let's see if I can get his pupils right now. Okay. Here we go. I think we have one more notch that I can, hang on. Okay. All right, they're still not sunk in. They're better than the other ones, so we're gonna go with that. Now, I did not record getting the other back off of the eye. So I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna do that now because it was a lot. So hang on. Okay, I got the other one off. So let's fix the pupils and pop it on. Okay. That is scrap. Okay, now that is gonna have to be as good as it's gonna get. He's just gonna be for me. It's just for a pattern test. If you know, if I wanted to sell these, I would make more, obviously. But that's what we have so far. There's his head. I can finish this now. B is being very distracting right now. Hang on. She's such a big help. You can see the safety eye back right there where it flew off. So yeah, enjoy these moments of my cat bathing. She might flip her ear over. Look at you.
Lumpy. What are you doing?
Okay, his head's done. I'll finish the head. I might take some yarn and like shape his eyes or his face a little bit. But I don't know how to do that, so I have to try to figure that one out. His head's a little lumpy, but we'll figure it out. But so far, so good. Now I just have to read where he gets sewn up, and then he will be ready. Look how cute. All right, I'll check back in a little later when I'm either finished with him or at some other point. I don't know. I need a break, and yeah. All right, check back. Okay, friends. Nevermore is finished. I finished him the other day. He had his photo shoot outside in front of a tree. And he turned out so cute. I'm just absolutely in love with him. So here he is. Look at his little neck feathers. Ravens have like this little tuft under their chin. And Liz at Cozy Mountain Crochet, she did like the little feathers, which I think is so cute. And I love how she designed the wings. They like, you know, kind of cave in. And then his body is so squishy. This is a bunch of, I don't know if you can see, it's rounds of double crochet. And my tension isn't as tight with double crochet as with singles, and you can kind of see that. So he's like super, super squishy. And then I painted his eyes with just some craft paint because that's all I have. I think they turned out cute. And, you know, you saw earlier my eye debacle. I'm not talking about those right now. But anyway, I love his little beak. Look at that profile. Look how cute he is. And then I fixed his talons. I couldn't have them being how they were. That was bad. So yeah, he was so much fun to make. And I was so thrilled to be chosen because I've applied for a bunch and I haven't been picked. I'm working on my photography skills, but I'm a crocheter, not a photographer. But anyway, I just wanted to show him off. We see we dressed alike. That was completely unintentional. It would have happened anyway. But here he is. I will link the pattern in the description below, and you need to go get one. I'll have him in my Etsy store too because he's just too cute not to make a ton of. And it was a lot of fun, and I want to do some different color eyes with him. I thought this like mystical paint would be cool, but up against the black, you can't really see it. So, I mean, it's cute and all, but, and again, I used Big Twist Posh and a 5mm hook, and I think that this size is really good. Another one of the pattern testers, I think she used Parfait Chunky. I'm not really sure what size hook she used, but hers could like fit in her hand, and it was so cute. And then we had some other people in the tester group that did like baby ravens, and they used like the furry yarn, and it was so cute. But anyway, here he is. He's so cute. Like I said, I'll link the pattern below and go get one, or get one from my Etsy shop whenever I have that up there. That's a whole other conversation that we'll have in a different video. But all right. So I guess that is a good spot to end this video. If you have stuck around this long, thank you so much. I so appreciate you being here and supporting my channel. Stay tuned. I've got market prep coming up for Nashville HorrorCon, and you're going to see a bunch of different types of crocheting. You know, most market prep videos, and this is not to knock them at all, you know, people know what's popular, so they go with it. But this is going to be a lot different. I'm going to have zombies and eyeball danglers and horror characters, monsters, mythical creatures, stuff like that. Like, you know, just fun horror movie, scary, spooky, creepy stuff, which is like my favorite thing. So, like I said, different type of market prep, but it's going to be fun. So I hope everybody sticks around for that. And if that's your thing, awesome. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe. I think I'm getting better at that. So you can follow along with all the spooky fun. But until next week, happy crocheting.